Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pabellon Santiago Martín in Tenerife, Spain. It's Showtime event edition number 53. It's Showtime events in cooperation with Street Culture, Fight Club Group and Canary Kickboxing Federation proudly presents the world-class fighters of tonight. From Suriname, Sergio Wilson. Representing Spain, Carlos Reyes. From Spain, Jonai Risco. Representing Suriname, Andy Risti. Representing Suriname, Myrtle Groenhart. From Egypt, Amir Zayada. Representing Spain, Moises Ruibal. From Spain, Zeben Diaz. Representing Italy, Giorgio Petrosian. And at last, fighting for the Showtime World Title 95 kg max, representing Spain, Loren Javier Jorge. His opponent represents Germany, and it's the current It's Showtime World Champion, Danyo Ilunga. It's time. It's time. Showtime!
Buenas noches, Tenerife. Muy buenas noches, señoras y señores. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome at the Pabellon Santiago Martín, La Laguna, Tenerife, Spain. This is Street Culture with the Fight Club Group and the Canary Kickboxing Federation presents It's Showtime edition number 53. We will have amazing fights in this ring coming up, including the It's Showtime World Title fight, 95 kilograms max. And now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Because everybody here in Tenerife and all around the world, are you ready? case, I think it's time. It's time. It's showtime! And let's start with the first fight of the night. And the first fighter making his way to the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, representing the Republic of Suriname. Please welcome Sergio Wilson!
Well, hello and welcome to Showtime. I'm Vinny Showtime Shawman, and tonight we have Sergio Wilson, the former 60-kilo champion, making his way to the ring against Carlo Reyes. Carlo Reyes, a really, really good fighter, and beat the current Showtime champion, Javier Hernandez. And let me tell you, very, very lucky to have Stephen Moore with us, representing, well, looking after me while Kieran Kettle's away, doing his own special thing. Stephen, what a show.
I think it's me who's very lucky to be here, and I'm just looking forward to all these fights of top quality contenders.
Well, there you go then. So it's a really, really big show here in Tenerife. An absolutely jam-packed arena here for it's Showtime's final event of the year. We're not having a Christmas edition this year, so you'll have to do without us till the new year, January the 28th. The final fight of Badra Hari. And with his trainer there, Mr. Lucien Clavin, a legend in the kickboxing world.
Fighting out of the red corner, representing Spain, please welcome Carlos Reyes Chiquitin.
Well, he's beaten some big names, Carlos, namely Javier Hernandez, who beat Karim Banui for the title, but Sergio Wilson said to me earlier yesterday he wants the title back. Steve, he really does mean business, doesn't he?
I think he's got his game face on today, and he's going to come steaming here with everything he's got.
Well, there you go, and he's only got 3 rounds. He's used to fighting 5. He has beat some big names, Sergio. Knockout in the very, very famous Anuak Kiao Samrit. He's also beat Mashiro Yamamoto and Mikel Pinot.
I agree, Vin. And Sergio, big knockout. Loves to knock him down.
Certainly does.
Loves to see him on the floor.
Yeah, very, very dangerous with the knee, very sharp. Really does want this. Took his eye off the prize, losing it to Karim Banui, a very good fighter indeed anyway. Well, he certainly was one of the best I've seen. But Karim Banui losing it in his first defence against Javier Hernandez. So it's going to be interesting, and there's the record.
Yeah, that was a shock for me in losing it in his first defence. I thought it was going to go a long way, and it really did surprise me.
Yeah, it certainly was. Well, making his way to the ring, the local boy from Spain, Carlos Reyes.
And with him being a local boy,
Hernandez on the brain.
I think we're going to hear some noise in this venue tonight.
We are. And a very appreciative crowd here in Tenerife. And as our master of ceremonies, as ever,
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight will be 3 rounds of 3 minutes according to Showtime rules. And the referee of this match will be Mr. Mufadel El Hazahoui. And this fight is sponsored by Top King Thai Boxing Gloves.
So a 3-minute round. It's Showtime rules action here. Sergio Wilson, very, very sharp indeed. Punches, kicks, a whole shebang. He really does look focused, doesn't he, Steve?
He does, the face of full concentration there.
Carlos Reyes gesturing to some of the guys behind us. An absolute packed arena here. Street Culture Fight Club. The Canaries, Tenerife. Very nice, isn't it, Steve, as well, Tenerife?
Beautiful, beautiful. How do you expect this fight to start, Vin? Is it going to be fast and furious?
Fast and furious. Now, last show, Fast and Furious. If you missed that one, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure we'll be doing another one. That was awesome. This will match up with it. 3-minute rounds in the red and blue. Mr. Sergio Wilson, and in the red and the black shorts, very flexible indeed, Carlos Reyes.
Let's see how this pans out now, Vin.
Sharp start. Wilson always starts quick. Big right hand there by Wilson. Bounces Reyes. Good shot that early doors.
Quick defence there by hitting the floor with his back.
So, really sharp here, both boys. Good knees from Wilson, watch for them. Very strong. This little man, 61 kilos. Nice combination there by...
Lovely combinations. You can see that he wants to get stuck in there.
Yeah, he certainly does. Coming up later on is one of the greats, Giorgio, the Dr. Petrosian versus Zeban Diaz. Good knee up the middle there by Sergio.
Nice exchange of low kicks, trying to break down the man's base.
He looks sharp, Wilson, early doors, Steve. Always does.
Yeah. Ultimate professional.
Yeah. Wants his title back. Very nice moves. Yeah, very nice moves from Wilson, though. Good defence. Carlos Reyes still sharp.
You don't see many of the spinning kicks, really, do you? It can take a man by surprise.
It depends who's doing them, doesn't it, Steve?
You don't see me doing any these days.
You don't see you putting your hair either. Sharp, there's the knee from Wilson. Very dangerous with that up the middle. And a good front kick there by Carlos Reyes.
He's stalking his man down, just looking for the openings, looking to counter. Oh.
I think the power's with Wilson, though, Steve,
so,
early doors.
Yeah. He's not looking bothered by anything that's coming back, really, is he? His eyes are very, very focused. Nice combination of boxing.
Yeah, he really
does
look intense, doesn't he, Sergio? There's the knee up the middle.
And as you say, then he's very, very quick with that.
Yeah. Nice uppercut there from Carlos. Good front kick to the face there by Wilson. A great right hand, another right hand by Wilson. Covers the legs of Carlos Reyes.
Can he capitalise on that now? Can he stalk his man and continue with the pressure?
He really does need to. That was a really good hard shots going in from Wilson. Puts things together really well. He's fought with him again. A great shot by Wilson.
Can resist.
It's a big cut also. A very nasty cut on the left eye of Carlos. That's in a bad place, Steve.
It is.
I mean, it's never a good place to get cut with the eye.
It's taking it to the doctor.
Wilson always very, very sharp.
Now, if the doctor doesn't stop this, I think Wilson's going to come flying out. Plenty of boxing combinations and try and spread that cut.
I think he may stop this, to be honest. Let's see the action again.
Beautiful knee.
It was, yeah, knee to the side. Yes, it was a knee. And then the left hand of Wilson. Very nice shot. Well, there you go. The return of Wilson. He did say he was a man on a mission, and he's proved it, hasn't he?
He certainly has there. Then he's taken an early bath. You don't get paid for overtime in this game.
Certainly don't, but what a great combination there by Wilson.
It was a very good match. What a start for this evening.
Well, there you go. A great start to here in Tenerife, edition 53.
It just shows you the quality of the fighters on these cards. Top dollar.
He does want his title back, and he's showing why. A good performance, commiseration to Carlos Reyes, who did look a quality opponent, but a man on the mission.
That's the fight game.
Yeah, it certainly is.
True gentlemen.
Yeah.
Congratulating each other after knocking 7 bells out of each other.
Well, this is sport, let's be honest. This is war in sport.
What a pair of lovely trophies coming into the ring.
Certainly are. There's a couple of trophies that like in my mantelpiece. I tell you what.
I have a cellar full of those.
I'd be polishing them every day.
And the winner by a medical intervention from the blue corner.
Well, justifiably so.
Wilson.
Great shot there by Wilson. Really nice performance. but congratulations to Wheelson, he is on a mission, and he really did mean business. Coming up is Johnny Risco versus Andy Riste, and that's going to be 70 kilos and two very, very sharp operators indeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are still here and it's showtime, edition number 53 from Tenerife, Spain. And please check out the beautiful dresses of our models, because they are made by Marcos and Maria, fashion designers of Tenerife Moda. And now we are entering the next fight. And the first fighter, making his way to the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Spain. Please welcome, Johnny Risco!
Well, making his way to the ring is the local boy, Johnny Risco. I've never seen him before, but he's beaten some big names. He's beaten Superman Rashid Balani, Felix Cortez and Julio Sanchez. I have never seen him, but he's got a very good record indeed. 40 wins, only 3 KOs. He's not the biggest banger, and he's fighting Andy Riste. Andy Riste, a very good fighter, just defeated William Dinder on the Fast and Furious, so no slouch at all.
Got to be a quality opponent to get in here, though, haven't you, Vin? You don't get any slouches on these cards.
Certainly is. But I tell you something, he's full of bounce, isn't he, bouncing in?
I was just going to say, he looks full of confidence, full of beans.
And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, representing the Republic of Suriname, please welcome, Andy Riste.
That's possibly one of the worst things I've ever said on It's Showtime. But if you're watching Kieran Kettle, who's been very, very poorly recently, not dangerously so, but he has been ill, so we are missing you here on It's Showtime, but we've got a substitute. I said substitute.
Substitute, bit of a...
Yeah, Mr. Stephen Moore.
Bit of a poor substitute, I would. I don't measure up to Kieran's standard, I don't think.
Not at all, not at all. You do a very, very good job indeed. Obviously not in my league.
No, but you know. Who is, Vin? Who is?
Who is? Thanks very much. Over making his way to the ring, Andy Riste. Very, very dangerous indeed. Seen him have a great fight with William Dinder. Also seen him fight, and I forgot his opponent, but he had a horrible knee right from the middle. And it looked like he'd been shot, the guy. It really was. But he's intense, and he really means business, but he's such a nice guy, Andy.
And with his knockout record, it's a flip of the coin whether he's going to put him away or not.
That's true. From the Coliseum gym, also trained with Tyrone Spong.
Well, when you make rubbing shoulders with Tyrone, then you've got to be.
That's true. So, well, there you go then. So, yeah, Andy Riste makes his way to the ring, in the ring, I should say.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight will be 3 rounds of 3 minutes according to the Showtime rules. And the referee of this match will be Mr. Joop Ubeda, and this fight is sponsored by Super Pro Samui Resort. Super
Pro Samui, if you're watching, everyone, Robbie Timmers and all the gang at Super Pro Samui and Koh Samui. A beautiful resort, absolutely beautiful. I'll be going there next year for intense training. Anyway, moving swiftly on. In the black shorts with the blue gloves, the young man Johnny Risco. And in the black shorts with the red gloves, Andy Riste. 3 3-minute rounds. It's Showtime rules. Tenerife! Ladies and gentlemen, Tenerife, the beautiful island of Tenerife, takes on Showtime. Our referee is the very famous, the infamous Mr. Joop Ubeda. And I tell you something, Steve, there's some great fights coming up, isn't there?
I think there is. And our referee in there, he doesn't take any messing about. He'll be in total control of this bout.
Not at all. He really does mean business.
And he's a man I wouldn't mess with.
He certainly is. But Andy Riste looks real focused again. And it's Suriname versus Spain.
He looks like he wants a quick start here. A quick knockout.
Good knee at the middle there from Riste already.
Very focused.
Risty very sharp, very good with the left knee up the middle.
Yes, we've seen him stop a few with that.
Yeah, we have.
And as you say, he looked like he'd been shot.
There's the left knee.
Again.
Yep, there's the left knee I did talk about. Good shot to the body there from Johnny. Very sharp. And you've just joined us here on Showtime. I'm Vinny Showtime Showman. With me is Mr. Stephen Muggy Moores. And I tell you something, Steve, action-packed show we've got tonight.
As expected with all of Showtime's nice right kick to the head.
Sorry, underneath as well. A high kick there, and Risty goes underneath.
Looking for the liver there with the body shot.
Yeah, he looks sharp, doesn't he, Johnny Risco, as well? Matchmaking superb. A left up just misses.
And everything's very controlled as well. It's not scrappy at all.
Not at all. Well, they're A-class, aren't they? So they're going to be.
Yeah, they know this game.
Risty switching southpaw and off. That's confusing, Johnny. Nice kick to the body as well. Looks sharp, doesn't he?
Nice use of the left leg there, to the leg and then the body. Comes the right hand.
He's got unusual style, Andy Risty, as well. Does keep his hands a little low for me, but it's worked for him so far.
Yeah, he's a young man, fights on his reactions. Oh, he takes one to the head.
See, that's where he's got to keep the hands up. I think Risco's going to attack the legs and body and then go up to the head. Try and bring the hands down of Andy Risty.
Nice combination.
Yeah,
coming
really
back.
ploughing forward, doesn't he?
Nice kick to the leg.
Very even, isn't it, this one?
Very much so, yeah. It's a bit of a chess match.
Obviously, the crowd's going to be behind Johnny Risco from Spain.
Being the local boy,
yeah. Of course, here in Tenerife. There's some knees again from Risty. Looks dangerous. Looks as if he's lost some stats, Steve. Very hot in here, though, isn't it?
God, it is, yeah. Do you get the feeling that if Andy Risty put the pressure on, he would start to gain some more success?
Yeah. To be honest, he didn't seem as sharp later on in the round as he did at the beginning of the round. But maybe that's just part and parcel of how it goes for him. And there's something I'd like to have a couple of parcels of. You see, ladies and gentlemen, I have a very, very, very difficult job.
Well, I can't say anything then, because I've got more children than the girls on that stage.
Yeah, and they're probably younger as well. The combination's going in from Risty here.
Beautiful low kick, beautiful low kick. Risco stepping back out of it, just...
You see there, though, he does seem a bit open, doesn't he, Andy Risty, at times, with his combinations.
Yeah, you're correct about his hands being low. But he has good reactions.
Certainly does.
Has taken one or two to the head, though.
I'd take one of them two to the head. Anyway, sorry.
If only I was 10 years older.
Yeah. You could get a free bus pass. But here we go, round two of this three-minute round. It's Showtime rules, action!
Round two.
Very even first round, difficult to score. But Risty's going to really pile in with them knees, I think. Good shots going in. War now over, just above us.
I think his corner have said, right, come on, let's not mess about anymore.
He's catching Johnny Risco with some good shots. He needs to keep his head up because Andy will throw a knee up the middle.
Yeah, it's very dangerous, very, not only just for the competition, but generally for his health. Because he does have a fantastic left knee up the middle.
He's showing a lot of stuff in the Andy here, really. A bit wild.
Yes, he's really looking for the power. And he's, he's telegraphing it just that touch.
If it works for him, it works for him. A good shot down the middle.
Yeah, Risco bleeding from the nose a little.
Big shot again for him. Andy Risty, there's that knee. He needs to keep the head up.
Yeah, I don't see this going much longer.
No, neither do I.
Well, I have been wrong once before. They certainly are looking for the power shots
really
now.
Means business though, doesn't he, Risty?
They don't have the tickling sticks out.
Not at all. Big shot going into the side of the head of Johnny Risco. Seemed to be a bit bewildered by the shots of Andy Risty.
He's in
the danger also, Steve, of burning himself out here.
Of course. And when he throws his, you know, when you've got to expose yourself a little to have any success.
I've stopped exposing myself a long time ago. Oh, his shot's going in, a nice slip from Risty. Them knees are very dangerous. Slight bleeding of the nose of Risco. Comes back with a 1-2 left hook and a right kick to the leg.
Classic combination.
Certainly is. Big right hand down the middle, the knee of the middle from Risty again.
The referee separates them again just as they go into a clinch.
Piling on the pressure now, Risty, the man from Suriname. Saying out the Coliseum gym in Holland.
Pushing his man back all the time now, isn't he? You know, he wants to connect with those big shots.
Certainly does.
But he seems to have more success with his right hand after, when he lines up with a few jabs.
It's the knee that you've got to watch out for. A slip there, very depth, I should say.
And if you're watching every now and again, he's changing guard.
Very nice combination. Back comes Johnny Risco. Nice knee there from Risty. Another knee up the middle.
Does Risty look as if he's tiring a touch? Oh, beautiful left hook.
Good shot there. Bounces off the chin, showing good strength there.
Yeah, resilience from Risco. Oh, just on the bell.
Well, I'm sure that all the fans around the world are watching here on It's Showtime. Some of our good friends always supporting our show, Mr. Bloodstained Lane in New York. If you're watching, hope you're enjoying it as ever, really promoting our shows. And don't forget, we've got some great fights coming up.
A quick hello to all those good friends at home who are tuning in. As we know, this fight's going, and they'll be on the edge of the seat watching these two warriors banging each other as hard as they can, so to say. Showing you the slow motion of the action there.
Good knee up the middle there. Risty really putting on the pressure against Johnny Risco. Hello. Sorry. I always, you know what, Lisa? I always think they're smiling at me. I forget that there's thousands, actually millions of people are watching around the world.
And they're just enjoying themselves as well.
Certainly are. They're coming off it. Michael Grunhard and Daryl. 6 men. Amir Zayada versus Moses Rubal and Giorgio the Dr. Petrosian. This is Evan Diaz and Lauren Zadie Jorge versus Daniel Elonga for the world title. This is round 3 of this blistering action here in Tenerife.
Boom, comes out with a big right hand, connected with a left hook.
Putting the pressure on. Risty again.
Both guys know they've got to up their ante.
He could walk in and just start throwing his knee. His knee is very, very dangerous, as I said before. He's looking for that, Steve.
He's looking for that left hand now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Bit of a switch hitter.
Not cutting the ring off as well as he could. Kind of following around instead of cutting the ring off. He could do that a lot better. Well, nice left knee up the middle again from Risty.
Switched again, and now he's looking for the right hand. Just gets caught with a jab, sending his head back. Will he switch to the legs? He has done.
Yeah, he needs to walk him down and start throwing them knees in and put the pressure on. He could end this. But I tell you something, Carlos Rey's got a great chin, hasn't he?
Oh, he's a good fighter all around.
Certainly is. You know? Great matchmaking again here on It's Showtime.
But again,
moves away, very nice.
His head was just a bit low then, Vin, and like you say, it's very dangerous against a fighter of Risty's caliber.
Yeah.
With the technique.
It's risky against Risty.
Certainly is.
Great shot there by Carlos Reyes. Straight back comes Risty, showing a good chin himself.
Just holding a touch. Are they tiring?
Yeah, of course, I think so.
Well, they've been throwing big shots, and he takes it out of you.
Especially Risty has been pressing the action, hasn't he?
He certainly has.
Back comes Mr. Risco.
Oh, nice combinations. The classic combinations going again.
The crowd getting behind him here in Tenerife.
And that should raise...
I always worry though when they keep the head down against someone like Risty or Turjo Wheelsy, because they can whip that knee up the middle. And it's a concussive shot. When that lands, it's goodbye. There you go, a jumping knee.
Oh, it's good night Vienna, isn't it, once when he connects with one of those.
The master of them is Chris Nagimbi. Current 70-kilo Showtime champion. He does know how to knee someone in the head from miles away, let me tell you.
We're into the last minute now, and I think, you know, I wouldn't like to call it.
Great
oh,
shot
my
there!
Lord!
A great shot there by Risty to the chin of Johnny Risco. Great shot indeed.
A beautiful left hook.
Absolutely out of nowhere. What's the knee now? What's Risty coming with the knee?
Let's hope he can suck it up and put it together. Oh, he's gone.
He's been stopped by our referee, Mr. Yo Bubida.
I think rightly so as well, with a little stumble that he had as he walked back to his corner.
Let me tell you something. Yo Bubida has been around the sport since the sport's been going, to be honest. And if he says it stops and he looks into a man's eyes and he's in trouble, then he's in trouble.
It's all about safety at the end of the day.
A great shot there by Andy Risty. Bang, left up from nowhere, really did hurt him.
Certainly took the stars out of his eyes.
Certainly did, a great shot. Boom, there you go again.
That's going to be one of those clips that's shown time and time again.
Yeah, one of the best shots Risty will ever throw. A great punch indeed, but I tell you something, congratulations to Johnny Risco, putting a great performance here for all his fans here in Tenerife.
You can't knock Johnny Risco's performance, can you? What a man, what a brave man, all heart.
Great fighter indeed. But congratulations to Andy Risty and the Coliseum Gym in Holland. Commiserations to Johnny Risco.
Winner of this contest, and the winner by a technical knockout from the red corner.
Yeah, great performance there by Andy Risty. Commiserations, as I said, to Johnny Risco. Great performance.
A fight I've enjoyed watching, Vin, and it's one I'll remember, certainly that last shot.
Definitely, really big shot.
That's going to do the YouTube rounds for a long time. Lots of hits on that one.
Certainly was. Great shot there by Andy. And don't forget, coming up, ladies and gentlemen, Giorgio, the Dr. Petrosian, the doctor's in the house, versus Zeban Diaz. This is going to be awesome. And coming up next, Daryl Sigmep versus Myrtle Grunhart, 77 kilos. This is going to be a corker. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. It's Showtime, back again.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are still here in Tenerife. Street Culture, the Fight Club Group and the Canary Kickbox Federation presents It's Showtime edition number 53. And now, we're entering with the next fight. And the first fighter, making his way to the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, representing the Netherlands. Please welcome, Daryl Sigma!
Well, I've never seen Daryl Sickman fight before, but he's beat some good names. Errol Koning is a very good fighter, and so is Lyndon Krabaskov's seen fight before, but his opponent tonight never needs any introduction the world over. The model, Myrtle Grunhart, beat some big names, also beat Errol. Myrtle always in a good fight. Fortunately lost against Artem Levin for the title, 77 kilos title. I think it's a little bit big for him, to be honest, the 77 kilos. Nevertheless, still a great fighter.
Daryl having a very good knockout percentage. Very good.
There you go.
Not many that have gone the distance with him.
So this can be an interesting match, battle of the bangers. Myrtle Grunhart really does mean business. He has a very, very sharp left leg, a very good left hook and a right hand. He sometimes can become a little bit erratic for me. He's a very good fighter. A bit too good looking for my liking. Although obviously he's not as attractive as me. But nevertheless, so he is a very good fighter, isn't he?
Oh, fantastic. You know, with Myrtle, you'll always get value for money. You know, you can't knock him as a fighter. What a fighter. Unbelievable. I'm very excited about this match, Vinny. Almost lost for words. Unlike yourself.
I'll never be lost for words, but he's... I tell you something, Remy Bonyansky has had more pictures taken of him than the Queen. Everybody has been coming up,
Please welcome
taking the picture with Remy Bonyansky, the all-time great of kickboxing, the Flying Dutchman, Remy Bonyansky. We're very privileged to have him with us. A great coach in his own right, the coach of Daniel Ilunga. But making his way to the ring, Myrtle Grunhart trains at the Mike's gym. Mike Passanier, Mike's not here tonight, but Mike Passanier, one of the best trainers in the world. Come on, Arthur Kashenko, Rashid Balani, Melvin Manoff and Badra Hari, who will be seen in January. Ladies and gentlemen, the end of an era, the 28th of January. Badra Hari retires to make his way into the world of Queensberry rules. A sad loss to kickboxing. You're coming to that fight, remember we have tickets left. And I'll be covering that one. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this atmosphere here is starting to heat up, isn't it? Because coming up very soon, the Doctor is in the house, and the champion, Daniel Ilunga, the proud King of Africa, defending his title against Lawrence Xavier Hordigan and Steve. We've been looking forward to that one, haven't we?
Ever since we heard that it was announced.
Let's be honest, just doing a bit of homework on Lawrence Xavier Hordigan. Tyrone Spong couldn't stop him. Can Daniel Ilunga go even one better than the great King of the Ring and the King of Africa? See if he can do it.
But here comes the man who is
Myrtle
Grunhart. What a record. 63 fights, and look at his face. Not a mark on it.
Not a mark on it. The model makes his way to the ring, and there's some of the names he's beat, as I said earlier. That's not my coffee, by the way. I haven't got one. But there's he. Look at the crowd here, ladies and gentlemen. Jam-packed arena here in Tenerife. Very, very cool, calm and collected. Daryl Schickman.
And this being the only fight on the card that doesn't have a local boy.
Very true. Very true. I think actually Myrtle did have a Spanish opponent, but he had to pull out. So in come Daniel Schickman. Enjoying the crowd here, Steve. Bit of rapping, bit of dancing, the whole shebang here on It's Showtime. The very handsome Myrtle Grunhart versus Daniel Schickman.
This fight will be 3 rounds of 3 minutes according to Showtime rules. And the referee of this match will be Mr. Mouvadel El-Khazraoui. And this fight is sponsored by the It's Showtime application for your smartphone.
Well, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, you can get the Showtime app. It's free for BlackBerry and for iPhone and other smartphones. Myrtle, the model Grunhart, the Black James Bond, as he's been named by me. And I tell you something, though, he does mean business with Daryl Schickman. Never seen him fight before, but let me tell you, if he comes from the Bonyansky Academy, they know how to fight, Steve.
With a record like he's got, you know, he's got hands of stone. And not seen him fight before, it's difficult to make a prediction.
Yeah, it's very true, but nevertheless, knockouts are knockouts, so he must have something.
Very much, yeah.
You know, people don't just lie on the floor for nothing, do they? And our referee is Mr. Mouvadel El-Hamzoui. Mouvadel, a great referee. But here we go,
very aggressive stare
needle
down.
time.
There's some needle in that ring.
And this is where Myrtle can make. He'll start aggressive. Myrtle, he really will.
The face of Daryl not looking like he's enjoying that too
Not
much.
at all.
Has he got in his head already?
Myrtle's been on these big shows before.
Round 1.
Nice left kick there. It's a left kick from Myrtle. When he uses that, it's a beautiful weapon indeed.
You have
But he
spoken
does-
about that before, then.
Yeah, but he does seem to want to war a lot.
Oh, he loves his hands. He loves putting his gloves into someone's face.
He does. Good exchange already. He looks sharp, doesn't he, Grunhart, early doors?
He does, and he's up and down the body and the leg as well. He's not limiting himself to anything at the moment. He's testing every part of it.
Nice right kick. He looks really sharp. A high kick as well from Grunhart.
Certainly done the work for this job, hasn't he?
Yeah, I'm liking this. Nice side guard, stalking his prey. Saving them dashing good looks for good blocks as well. This is nice work.
His defence is... He looks as if he's been concentrating on his defence as well, because he's not getting tagged.
It's true. Mike knows what he's doing, definitely. And nice left kick there from Grunhart. Really liking this version.
He's keeping very compact, very composed, and very concentrated. He's not giving away anything, is he?
No. Losing last time out against a very dangerous Hatim Levin. But I'm enjoying watching this very really nice combination from Grunhart. This is the best I've seen him, to be honest.
Very sharp, isn't it?
Very sharp. I'm liking this. A good treat for us here, ladies and gentlemen, on Showtime. Looking tentative now, Darryl, isn't he?
He doesn't... he's not really forcing any action.
No, he's not.
He's looking more like an opponent now.
Right hand bounces off the chin of Darryl. Some good combinations going in from Myrtle.
That was better.
Still the defensive. Grunhart very, very strong. Darryl still in this, obviously.
But he has to keep doing that, doesn't he? He has to try. You don't try.
I'm just liking what he's doing. I'm liking his defence work.
Ooh, a little...
little south of the border. Straight in the Lanzarote there, Steve.
Oh God, yeah, I think it was just the toe that caught. Wasn't a full-on shin.
Great left hook there from Myrtle. Look, this is the sharpest I've seen him. Combinations going in as well.
I think once he's hurt him, take it down to the legs and make him forget about his head.
This is where Grunhart gets carried away. This is what, only hole in his game, he does get carried away.
I'm in agreement with you there, Ben.
Yeah.
You know, his opponent is going tight as a clam, but he's still going for the head.
Yeah, a really nice performance so far by both boys, but Grunhart looks a lot sharper.
I think he's edged that round. He's had a few nice scores without certainly that left hook. Took him by surprise, if not wobbled him.
Very, very nice performance.
Oh, some needle there. He's very much up for this. Beautiful knees.
And there's a fight that was on before, but refreshing the memory. But here you go then.
Back to the action that's going on. Very tight defences there. He's not bothered by anything that's coming back. Down goes your boy. Oh, and there's the one to the third wicket, shall we say.
There's a nice left of a fake jab and a left hook, very sharp by Grunhart.
Took a left hook himself there, but he didn't seem to bother him.
Yep, and you keep talking, Steve, please, and I'll... blah, 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 blah. Well, there we go, round two of this very nice performance by two very good fighters, but for me, a great version of the model. Looking good in every way.
He really is looking spectacular today.
He's going to have a bit of a telling off now, Darryl, by his corner.
I think he's just waiting for the counter now, isn't he?
Yep.
He's just waiting to surprise him with something.
Beautiful left hook and a high kick there by Myrtle Grunhart.
Looking to bring his hands down with those body shots.
Knee up the middle there by Grunhart. Combinations going in.
Oh, he's not happy there.
No, he's not.
I think this is the beginning of the end now.
Yeah. This is the only time when Myrtle does get a little bit slow, but he looks really good tonight.
He has tightened up a hell of a lot, hasn't he?
He certainly does.
And it's working for him. Really is working for him. I'm very impressed with his style tonight.
Yeah, he really looks good. Nice sharp work from him. Beautiful.
See
moves.
The jab to the body, bringing a hook up to the
I think it's dislocated his arm.
Yeah, he looks quite bad there.
I think it's dislocated his arm. I think his arm's come out, Steve.
Yep. Or he's trapped a nerve, possibly?
No. I think his arms come out.
Well, that's not good.
No, it's not, is it? I think his arms come out, but
It seems quite healthy now.
I thought his arm come out there, to be honest. A nice, beautiful high kick there from Grunhard. Tell you what, though, and listen, he's got some heart, hasn't he, Daryl Shipman? Wow! Is that really good look?
Take that punishment and come back now.
Certainly has. Grunhard looks on fire here tonight here in Tenerife.
It's harder than that volcano behind us.
The volcano in Mr. Grunhard certainly erupted tonight here in Tenerife. This is the best I've seen him, to be honest.
Oh, very nice.
Beautiful right uppercut on the right hand. He's becoming a one-sided shellacking now, isn't it?
Yeah, very much. His combinations are beautiful. When he mixes it up, he exposes the head and he takes full advantage of it.
He's got no snap in him, has he, Daryl Shipman?
I think he's had a snap beat now.
He's had a shot. Sly knee up the middle. Grunhard looking for the counter, the big left hook, just misses. To be honest, I'm perplexed after with his right arm. To be honest. He looks in visible trouble, doesn't he?
Yeah. He's not looking as confident as Myrtle is.
Very nice.
Nice left high kick there, whizzing past Mr. Grunhardt's head.
It's no good if it doesn't hit, though, is it?
Well, yeah. That is true.
Great heart there by Shipman, was really in big trouble. But I tell you something, really impressed with Myrtle Grunhardt. A bit of mystery going on with the shoulder aspects there, ladies and gentlemen, before.
Was that, do you think it was a real problem, or was it just something in his head?
I don't know,
But
to be fair.
that round definitely again.
Oh, easy.
Mr. Grunhardt.
Little slight Shantai shuffle there by.
He hit with some lovely punches.
Yeah, he certainly did.
I think if he takes
Great,
it,
I tell you something, Shipman's got a great chin.
Yeah, he has absorbed some punishment. Not a massive amount, but what he has been hit with.
He's a very, very tough kid. There's a big stage here, and you just joined us here on Showtime in Tenerife, edition 53. I'm Mini Showtime Showman, and with me standing in for Double K is Mr. Stephen Moore. And I tell you something, Steve, it's been lovely, hasn't it?
What a shame. Well, to say what a shame for Kieran.
There you go.
Let's back to the action.
Oh, wishing Kieran a speedy recovery.
Hey.
I'm sure he will. He's a fighter.
Okay.
Okay, so it's round 3 of this 3-minute It's Showtime action, and a very nice performance here by Myrtle Grunhardt.
He comes straight out there with a left high kick that did connect.
He's showing some real skills here tonight.
With the heart of Daryl, will he finish him off? I'm doubting it now. I think it'd have to be a proper knockout for him to finish him off.
Yeah, he's looking for it, isn't he? He's no quitting, Daryl Shipman.
It's had a bit of a dilemma, but he's come back from it.
Back comes Shipman, showing good heart. He is behind. A nice knee, a right hand and a knee up the middle.
When you're in trouble, you can only return to type. So they say. And he's shown what type of a guy he is.
Certainly is. Nice moves from Myrtle, showing confidence as well. Good slip to the side. This is impressive. It really is.
Very much. I think the way he's bouncing around now is going to come back and surprise him. Something very surprising.
I want to see. You know what fight I want to see? I want to see Myrtle Grunhardt versus Johan Lidon at 73 kilos. That'll be a stormer. That's if Alcy doesn't take it off him when they fight for the world title in Showtime next year. Nice left kick there by Grunhardt. This is a very mature performance from him. Not ragged, really sharp, showing good skills.
The techniques that he does in the gym.
Yeah, but you know, it's really controlled. I'm enjoying this. Daryl Shipman, I don't think is. Still in it though, still trying his best.
Very much so. A bit naughty there, a little bit naughty, but hey, he didn't throw a lot of venom in it. There was no venom in that.
No.
It was more of a cuff round the... So, hey, don't turn your back.
Yeah, and it's a sporting gesture from Myrtle. But it's protect yourself at all times. Great shots going in.
And I do like these 3-round fights. You know, they're all action too.
Yeah, always.
And they know they've got it, they can pile it on at the end. Went for a hard left hook, then you could see the determination.
Yeah. But Schickman just out of sorts, isn't he?
Earlier I thought maybe he was out of his depth, but
yeah,
no, I don't think
he's
so.
shown good skills, good heart, but he's not got the level of Myrtle. Myrtle needs to knock back up in a straight line and step to the side.
For Schickman, you have to rub shoulders with the greats if you've got to get
Yeah, of course. Talking of a very sad passing of a great Joe Frazier, smoking Joe Frazier. May he rest in peace, one of my all-time favourites.
Personal favourite of mine as
yeah.
well.
God rest him.
A little bit of blood coming from Daryl's nose.
I'm going to tell you something. That was a great performance by Myrtle. I'm sure it's a runaway success. I don't think there's going to be an extra round in that one, but
no.
They still get in the. They still get ready. You never know.
And as you've said, Ben, very nice demonstration of fighting from Myrtle.
Yeah.
You know, he's tightened up. He's not gone reckless.
Yeah, really has learned a lot. Some great shots going in.
There are some of those great shots. Well, a beautiful jumping knee coming back. I couldn't see if that connected.
Well, there you go. And our referee, Mr. Wolferdale, straight in there. He knows the game. He really does.
There it is again.
I'll tell you something, a great performance by Myrtle. A great showing of heart by Daryl Schickman. Nevertheless, that is the best I've seen Myrtle, I really mean that.
I think, you know, in my opinion, it's not been given yet, but he's won this, and I would say deservedly so.
By unanimous decision, from the red corner, Myrtle,
a catwalk performance there by the model. 007. What a great performance. Great showing of heart by Daryl Schickman. Obviously not used to big shows like here and it's Showtime, but I hope we'll see him again. There's always learning, there's never failure, only feedback. Great performance there, wasn't it, by Myrtle?
And Daryl, you know, he's dipped his toe in the water now. I'm sure we'll see him again. He's proved himself a worthy fighter for these cards. Great condition.
Yeah, he did his best. But I tell you something, Grunhand looks stunning tonight, and Mike will be very, very proud. Wherever he is, he's all over the world, isn't he? Yeah, I would really like to see him, to be honest, at 73 kilos. I'd love to see him against us. Aussie. But coming up, it's Amir Zayada versus Moses Ribal. Amir Zayada, the Iron Man. He's going to strike soon. It's coming up here on It's Showtime.
Showtime edition number 53. And now we're entering with the next fight. And the first fighter making his way to the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Egypt. Please welcome the Sphinx, Amir Zayada.
Well, make his way to the ring is Amir Zayada. They call him the Sphinx, but I tell you something, this guy is Iron Man. He is made of steel, and he's beat twice Tyrone King of the Ring Spong. But let me tell you, this guy is made of metal. An amazing guy, very, very strong, super fit, a great fighter indeed. 85 kilos, lost him against Sat Hakparpadian. For the title, the 85 kilo title, Sat Hakparpadian, very, very good fighter indeed. But I tell you something, he's beaten Ruben van der Giesen, who I've seen fight a few times as well. But Amir is absolutely solid, but Moses Rubal, very, very dangerous D and a very big hitter.
We've seen him on the show before. He's got a good knockout percentage. Is he a young man at age 34? Well, he's an experienced
to be
man.
honest, I'm dreading getting that age.
One day we all get there, Vince. One day we all get there. Big guy, 85 kilos.
Yeah, these two, very, very good, consummate professionals, very strong indeed.
Both weighed in the same today.
Yeah,
yesterday.
certainly are. And I know that he's one of the favourites of Zach Coleman, who's watching with his dad Andrew Coleman. I said I'd give him a shout. They've done so well, young Zach, getting into kickboxing himself. All the people around the world joining us here on It's Showtime, making his way to the ring, is Amir Zayada, 27 years of age, 69 fights. So he knows his way around, Steve.
He's got a hell of a record.
I don't mean he knows his way around you. Well, you may do what you do in your private time. It's fine. From the very famous Shakariki camp, trained by Tom Herring.
You know, if Tom Herring doesn't know what he's doing, I don't think anybody knows.
Yeah, very, very true.
What a lovely man as well.
Yep. Very good trainer.
Very confident in here.
Yep.
Very confident.
And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, representing Spain, please welcome Moises Riva!
Well, Moises Riva will make his way to the ring, representing Spain. Don't forget, January the 28th, the retirement, the farewell to the bad boy. The Showtime Express leaves the destination and takes another track to a different station than Queensbury Rules Boxing. The retirement, the goodbye of Badr Hari against a real dangerous opponent. They haven't picked someone easy to fight, let me tell you. Well, making his way to the ring is a very capable Moses Rubal. Gokhan Saki, ladies and gentlemen, versus Badr Hari, the final fight. Gokhan Saki, an absolute legend. These two clash January the 28th. If you want to keep up with what's going on, www.fight.nl, or you can also download the free Showtime app for your smartphone, BlackBerry or iPhone.
Yeah, Moses Rubal, another great conditioned fighter.
Oh, incredibly conditioned. The Iron Man looks in real shape.
Well, they are big guys. They've got a lot of weight to throw around.
Yeah,
That takes a lot of energy.
Yeah, let me tell you, this guy, Amir Zayada, very dangerous. But let me tell you this again. Moses Rubal has beaten Sem Semtex Brahm, and he is a real dangerous fighter. Also,
oh, he's getting the crowd going here, and again, a local boy, Spaniard, and this crowd are going to get right behind him. It's a big fight for Moses here. Great opportunity to fight a man of Amir's caliber, but no slouch himself.
yep. Sem Semtex Brahm, from the famous Majiro gym, trained by Andre Lana.
Here we go. There's some needle in this ring tonight. Another grudge match.
Well, I
here,
tell
it
you
looks
what,
like.
if Sterry never won a fight, he'd win one.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight will be 3 rounds of 3 minutes according to Showtime rules. And the referee of this match will be Mr. Mufadel El Ghazahoui. And this fight is sponsored by Top King Thai Boxing Gloves.
Well, this is going to be an absolute war, let me tell you. A short and stocky Moses Rubal versus Amir Zayada. As I said, the Sphinx from Egypt, but the Iron Man I call him because he's absolutely solid all the time. Always in complete fantastic shape.
You know he loves this game. You can just see it in his face. You know, he's at home here. This
Look
is
at
his
that,
home.
Shakariki camp. Been going since 1972. An absolute amazing gym. Produced some amazing fighters. Some of the greats, Gilbert Valentine.
Moses not showing any lack of confidence with his lack of experience against a man with 69 fights. Let's see how this pans out. See if his confidence
in the multicoloured, mainly green shorts. Moses Rubal in the black shorts. Mr. Amir Zayada in the blue gloves. Round one, 3 3-minute rounds. It's Showtime rules action.
Moses opening up the action. Big swing.
Big swings. He's the short and stockier of the two, isn't he? But Zayada kicks very hard. You don't beat Tyrone Spong twice without being able to take a shot, let me tell you.
No, not at all. That man can punch. And kick.
And knee. Good shots going in for him. Moses using the ring well. He's going to need more than that to keep Zayada off, let me tell you.
Yeah, the left kick looked a bit inflexible in the hip, really, didn't it? Oh, they're going to war here, right above our heads.
Big shots going in from Moses.
Moses trying to stamp his authority or even his right to be there on Amir.
Zayada stalking his man.
You get the feeling that he's saying, I'm going to catch you. I'm going to catch up with you, and I'm going to catch you. More of a push there than a shot, connecting shot.
Quiet start, really, from Zayada than I'm used to.
Yes, I think he
Moses
does.
getting in with some big punches, needs to be respected.
I was
These
just going to
guys are
say.
big, aren't they? 85 kilos.
Very big guys, yeah.
Throwing in big shots, isn't he, Moses? Moses Rubal really does mean it.
He wants Amir to know that he's not there to be pushed around.
Certainly. He's a little bit slow when he's getting off, isn't he, Zayada?
There
He's
goes
just
the
turned
shot.
me, I'm sure.
Well, it was almost above us. But,
It was you, I'll say it was you.
there's the shots we're used to from Amir.
Yep. Good shots going in from Zayada. He does look slower of the two, though, doesn't he, when he lets his shots off?
I think he'll make up in power, though, or he lacks in speed. Seems to be coming alive now. He's bouncing on his toes, stalking his man.
Good right hand there from Zayada. Right on the chin of Moses Rubal. He really is in trouble. His eyes are all over the show. To the last 30 seconds.
Almost into the last 20 seconds now with that count then. See if he can...
Zayada will go for it now.
I think so. He'll try and finish him off. He's looking for that big shot. He's willing to take one to give one. That's
Really teeing off on him now, isn't he?
Bit of cockiness coming from him.
Showboat never won anything. Unless it was Showboat. Well, a great round there for Zayada. And a count. So it's going to be very difficult now for Moses to get back from this.
I think the matchmakers have done their work on this one, haven't they? They've really thought about this one.
Definitely.
Very easy. Now let's see what the corners say to their counterparts and they come out steaming.
Well, let's not see, we can't understand Dutch, can we?
No.
Or Spanish.
Well, it's steaming in this room tonight. The crowd are right behind these fighters.
There's some of the action. Big shots coming in from Moses early doors, but Zayada did hit him with a good right hand.
I would say Zayada's possibly pushing forward. Well, not there.
Yeah.
But it was a minute ago. He's pushing forward a bit too hard and closing the gap too much. Not giving himself a...
There's the right hand. A great shot to the side of the head. Goes in from Zayada.
What's going on there, then?
Pardon?
What's going on there?
I didn't watch any fights. I was watching something else. Right, so it's the second round of this three-minute round action. Spain versus Egypt in the black shorts. Amir Zayada, and in the green and the gold shorts is Mr. Moses Rubal. Round two.
3 minutes are a long time inside that square ring.
Yep. It is when you're getting punched in the face with these men who can hit so hard.
Ooh. Something not right there. Is that his knee gone?
I don't know, I didn't see it.
I think so. Try to bounce it off. Has he just exposed the target?
I think there's a little cut. He doesn't look as if he wants to carry on, to be honest. He looks despondent.
Amir
letting him carry on.
looking at...
But Amir will go for that left leg. He's experienced enough.
This is a problem. If you show a target, you can only expect your man to go for it.
Good balance there by Amir.
Nice
Back comes Moses, though.
You know, you can't stand there and be a punch bag, even when you're losing.
Moses is going to need a miracle there, isn't he?
Beautiful low kick.
Beat Amir.
He's so dexterous with his technique, Amir. Oh, he's got that leg.
Yeah, it's not going to last this fight. This is going the distance. He looks despondent already. You can see it facially. Cut on his eyes. Left leg has already been counted.
Oh, he's not happy there.
It's finished.
Just in time for me to ask you, what does despondent mean then?
It means that you look lost for words. Lost for what to do.
Thank you.
Education, always.
Well, that's, you know,
yeah, but he
learns him every day.
Now he's got no way of winning this fight anyway unless he knocks out Amir, and I don't think that's going to happen. There's a low kick again.
Oh, beautiful combination. Very athletic.
He'll get stopped in this round. He will.
He's thrown that left high kick.
He will. He'll get stopped in this round. He will. Taking big punishment.
Over a minute.
Really big punishment. And he comes back smiling, but he's still taking shots. Smiling never won a fight ever.
No, it doesn't impress the referees.
Not at all. All the judges.
Points. Not unless your wife's the judge. Going for that left leg again. Very experienced.
Walking in with his hands up. Zayada very dangerous with a knee as well.
Just took a right
uppercut. Give him credit there. Moses coming back. I think this round though, if Amir puts pressure on him, he can stop him.
And it shows champions. It just shows champions when you can come back from an injury like that and keep fighting. As taking punishment there all the time. It's not the place to be against a bigger man.
Though, Amir, as well, because he's put a lot into this.
And everything's been full power.
This fight should be stopped. I think Rufidel will stop this.
Not good for his future. Not good for his future.
I told you. Yeah, I told you. There you go. A bit obvious, wasn't it? That one.
End of the match.
But I'm sure he'll be back to fight another day.
Nevertheless, a great performance there by
Moses Rubel.
Yeah, no, a great performance there by Amir Zayada.
Well, it was a winner.
The winner generally does the best performance.
No, but I was impressed by Moses. You know, the punishment he's taken, the pain he must have been in.
Yeah, of course.
Didn't spew it. You know, he wanted to come back. It was the referee who said, let's be...
Normally, the one that wins is the best performance.
Well, yeah, but
education here. There's a right hand anyway to the side of the head of Moses. That was the first round. But he did have something wrong with his knee. He got a cut eye. He'd been dropped. I think something happened. Well, obviously something happened there, but I don't know what it was.
Let's hope that's not going to affect his future as a fighter.
Because he is a good fighter, yes.
I'd love to see him. I like seeing him. I like watching him. He's a big man with a big heart, with lovely technique. You know, he gets in there and gives it his all.
Well, that's all from him anyway. But coming up, ladies and gentlemen, forgive me for getting excited, forgive me for jumping up and down, but one of my favourites, in fact, let's be honest, let's not make no bones about it. Here's my favourite, Giorgio, the Dr. Petrosian, the sublime skills, the matrix, the man with incredible skills in fighting Zeban Diaz. Zeban Diaz really up for this. This is going to be action. We're very privileged to have Giorgio, the Dr. Petrosian, coming up next, but a great performance by Amir Zayada, the Iron Man.
And because of the red corner had a 4x8 count in this match, therefore the winner from the blue corner, Amir Zayada.
A great performance by Amir Zayada. Commiserations to Amir, and commiserations to Moses. But he'll be back, I'm sure, but a great performance nevertheless.
Yeah, you don't keep a good man down. And these guys, you know, you certainly can't keep these guys down. They bounce back.
Yeah.
They rubbery granite, if there is such a thing.
No, there isn't.
This is my world.
Just make it
This is my world.
rubbery granite.
Rubbery granite.
Rubbery granite, Steve. But I'll tell you something. Don't go away! The doctor is in the house! The man with the prescription for any fight. Seven Diaz is his opponent.
We all flossed out, up in the VIP, white tee, platinum link on me. I got a little bit of cheese, all drinks on me, but mommy gotta do something, no drinks for free. What you think of me? What you think you see? When I spin big faces, thick bracelets, my watch and ring. When I park my car, it don't stop a thing, cause the rim's still turning and we burning cigarillos. Switching sweets, the freaks just order armadillo. Buy the model, find the model, and sex her if you can. My new Movado, Colorado, Rocky is the land. Puffin' broccoli in my avocado Timberlands. They always say I'm cocky, that's probably cause I'm the man. My posse taking pictures from paparazzi and fan. The women say I'm poppy, sipping sake from Japan. My whole body cold is hockey, stop sick, we all lost out. The cup where that goes, see my ear and my wrist and my chest stay cold. We all lost out. Big pimpin' corner and keep spinning, that's in less than dubs. We all lost out. All lean fur, people stir, let me see you break it down right there. Let me see you break it down right there. See, we all lost out. This is for my honeys and the hoods and my thugs and my gangsters with the goods. We all lost out.
Diaz!
Well, the man who has a massive task in front of him, in front of his adoring crowd here in Spain, Seven Diaz.
Fighting out of the red corner, representing Italy, please welcome the Doctor, Giorgio Petrosian!
Well, the man who is the doctor, and justifiably so, no one has had a cure for this man. Says he has one loss, he has never lost in its Showtime rules. The guy is very, very dangerous. If you're a fan of kickboxing, you'll know Giorgio Petrosian. If you're not a fan of kickboxing, you will be if you watch him. Sublime skills, trained with Alfio Romana at the Gorizia gym in Italy, originally from Armenia. A very, very dangerous guy. But I tell you something, so humble, so nice, got time for everyone. Will get on the wrong side of him and he will clean you out. This guy is dangerous. Watch his skills. Unbelievable, second to none.
Well, when this man enters the ring, it stops being a ring. It's more like a surgery theatre.
Oh, exactly.
He takes people apart with precision
Exactly.
tools.
He doesn't miss, this kid. He's so, so dangerous. He lives the sport. He doesn't do anything other than train and fight. And there's some of the names. There's nothing. He's beaten Andy Sauer twice. He's beaten He's beaten Hinata Watanabe.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight will be 3 rounds of 3 minutes according to Showtime rules. And the ref of this match is Mr. Yo Ibadan. And this fight is sponsored by our It's Showtime application for your smartphone.
Oh, he can take you apart and sew you
Listen,
together.
he's beat everyone. Kraus, Zambidis. He's knocked out some big names. I first seen him about 8 years ago, and I was mesmerised by his skills, and nothing has changed since.
Well, Zeben, professional, believes in himself, trains very hard.
The only thing about Giorgio Petrosian is his left hand. It's very, very powerful, but he has broken it a few times, had a lot of surgery on it, this young man. But he lives the sport, doesn't he?
You know, he doesn't waver after a bout. He's just back in the gym.
Yeah.
He breathes.
He's made for it. He really is made for it.
And his accuracy.
Yeah,
his eyes. His eyes are the most impressive thing to me. He sees everything.
Yeah, he does. He has a sixth sense and awareness. Sakurai. Round. one of this 3-minute Showtime rules action. The man in the black shorts, Giorgio, the southpaw, Dr. Petrosian, and in the pink shorts, Zeban Diaz, round one.
He reminds me of a cat. You throw it in the air, it lands on its feet. You drop your guard, he hits it.
Zeban Diaz can take this. He can take this for what it is.
I'm sure he's upped his game, taking every session in the gym very, very seriously. Petrosian, the same face you see every time. Concentration.
Just misses with the left hand there, slips the right hand very cleverly. He does counter people very well. Doesn't get hit a lot.
That's his knack. He's such a fantastic opportunist. Something's not right, but he capitalises on it.
In comes Diaz though, trying to rip the script up. Never mind about reputations, this guy wants it. If you can upset the apple cart here, if you're doing something real special.
The only way, I think, you've got to pressure him. You stand away, you get picked apart. You've got to get in there and mix it up.
He's beaten some big names, Giorgio, Cosmo Alexander as well. Just misses with the left hand. Hard left kick.
I'm just hoping a clash of heads doesn't become a factor in this fight. It looks a little steamed in a little too much with his head there. Zeban. There the head again, down low while he swings.
Petrosian's timing's a little bit off, you know. It's a little bit off, I tell you. Only a tiny bit, but there's the action.
Is it coming back?
Yeah.
I'm sure as the bout goes on, he'll reset his clock.
Yeah, but you've got to understand he has got a very, very bad left hand, so not forcing it in. I say that when he does. Good front kick there by Zeban Diaz.
I'm sure that's upped his own confidence a little bit. Gained a bit of success there. Oh,
good left hand to the chin of Diaz, and he took that well, Steve.
He did.
It was in the blink of the eye, I think.
It's not his
job to something then, Steve, I didn't see.
I think he's saying that Giorgio's slightly cut above the left eye, but it's not his job to
no, it's only a slight.
I think he was hoping the ref would take notice and stop it.
It's not in the eye, though. A good shot there, nevertheless.
Going to the doctor. Let's see if we get a good shot here with the camera.
It's okay, it's not really bad in the eye.
Can the camera just focus on that?
No problem, it's okay. You're going to put some Vaseline on. But I tell you something, this is really, really tricky for Petrosian. I don't think he's used to being caught. I think he's never been caught before. But Diaz is ripping up the script here.
He's certainly not here as an also run, is he? He's not making up the numbers.
This where Petrosian might get sloppy if he tries to take him out. He is a counter puncher. Needs to keep his cool and kick him up.
Maybe take him apart now with his legs. Ooh, both men set.
He's just missing with that left leg. I tell you something, that's a very close round. That's interesting.
I think with Petrosian's accuracy and Zeban Diaz's pressure.
Let me tell you something. When a hand is injured like Giorgio's, I'm not making any excuses, but when his hand is very, very injured like that, he's not throwing it with venom, and it can take your whole game off. But I tell you what, Zeban Diaz really wants this, doesn't he? There's the front kick.
His face, yes. Taking one directly on the chin there. And I think that round will have given Zeban Diaz a lot of confidence. He certainly didn't take a pasting anyway.
No, he didn't, no. I did say Giorgio's timing looks a little bit off. But you know, with your hands injured.
Is it a psychological factor?
Yeah, it may be. He is human after all.
Of course.
Zeban Diaz really taking this, and really having a good show, isn't he?
Yeah, like I say, he's not here to make up the numbers. He looks a bit bit worried when he got in the ring, but now he's looking as if his confidence is he's gaining in confidence.
Listen, he's cut Petrosian. That's not an easy task.
What do you think his corner have advised him to do now? Pressure?
They told him to kick Giorgio's lead leg inside. Right hook in it, left hand. Circling so cleverly, Petrosian.
Taking the pressure away from that cut. Oh,
there's
beautiful left hand straight through the middle, which is a classic punch for a southpaw.
Hard kick to the arm.
Yes, trying to take the arm out so it can no longer, or make that cut any worse than it is.
His timing's off, Steve. It really is. Zeban Diaz really has an opportunity here.
Well, he's had to up his game so much, hasn't he?
To make a big name for himself.
When you go against someone with Petrosian's caliber, you can't mess about. You can't mess about in your training.
This isn't the same Petrosian you're used to seeing. Interesting, isn't it? Again, Petrosian gets caught with a front kick. Good shot there, bounces off the chin of Diaz. Showing a good chin, isn't he, Diaz?
Or is it the fact that, you know, Petrosian's just not throwing it with the venom that he can?
Can't take nothing away from Diaz, so can you either?
No, he's in there to win this. You know, and I think with every minute that goes by, he's gaining confidence, which can only be a good thing for him, as long as he doesn't get too cocky. Difference between cocky and confidence. Usually lying on the floor.
Again, that left hand misses. He throws it again. He's slipping it so well, Diaz.
I think Diaz has been in the gym.
Good kick there from Petrosian, taking him off balance.
I think possibly Petrosian could do with feinting the left hand, but throwing the left kick.
He needs to throw his right hook, Giorgio, but Diaz is really working well.
He's slipping to his right, Diaz, though, away from the left hook, and I think he'd run straight into a left kick.
Well, I know that Giorgio Petrosian, a big fan of Ollie Potter in England and Darren Chan, big fans of him, but there's some shots going in. Zeban Diaz really making it difficult for us, isn't he?
Certainly is. You know, and as I said earlier, you know, he's got a lot of experience.
Yep.
Oh, right on the bell.
But I tell you, you've got to give it to Diaz, haven't you, Zeban Diaz? I'd like to see him in Fast and Furious. A great addition. Here's some of the action.
In the first round, I thought he was going to come out, pressure, but no, he seems to be throwing his punches and his kicks well.
Putting so much behind the left hand as well, Giorgio. When he throws it, he's bringing his legs in straight.
A left hand, and see how I say, he's slipping to his right, the left hand's going over his left shoulder.
I have never seen him worried, but this time, to be honest, he does look a little bit worried.
And how do you think the judges are seeing this?
Very difficult, to be fair.
It's a bit of a difficult one to call, isn't it?
Could be anyone's this at this third round. Round 3 of this three-minute round action. Giorgio, the Dodger Petrosian. This is Zeban Diaz.
But you can see with Petrosian just how his technical ability is fantastic. You know, you can see his eyes are just catching it, but like you say, Ben, I agree with you. His timing seems like
His timing's just off.
I think he sees it. He's just not reacting quite to the potential that he has. Diaz's right hand just dropping slightly.
Really kicking hard though. Giorgio to the arm of Diaz, trying to stop that right hand.
Yeah.
Doing a good job so far.
And again. You can see he's looking for that left hand.
Good shot, I tell you something. What a great shot there by Petrosian. That was a really hard shot. I was going to say that Diaz has got a good chin. In goes Giorgio with combinations there. Could have been a count, but the old puppy down knows what he's doing.
Again, attacking that right arm, bringing it down. I think it's working. He's bringing that right arm. Just keep your eye on his right arm. It's coming down.
You can see the frustration in Giorgio's face when he misses with the left hand.
And again, he knows it's bringing down that right hand that's defending his chin.
Same with Manny Pacquiao, when Manny Pacquiao was just known for throwing the left hand. Freddie Roach did bring the right hook in. Alfio's going to have to do that with Giorgio. He's walking into it, isn't he, Diaz, if he throws the right hook? He's feeling the power now, to be fair.
Yeah, he doesn't want that left kick slamming into that right arm of his anymore. I don't blame him.
Not at all. He's done a great job, hasn't he, so far?
Oh, God. Well, I'd have thrown the towel in bloody ages ago. I certainly wouldn't like to be taking those kicks that he keeps receiving to that right arm. And it's, I think that could be a deciding factor.
Yeah, he's taking this round now, Giorgio. Seems to have gained his composure, his timing a little bit more. Hard kick to the arm. Now he's starting to get the range.
I think if he just keeps on with that kick, he'll win the fight. You know, because Diaz just isn't impressed with that.
Kick to the back of the leg. He's seen that Petrosian now. He'll land that again. That's a horrible kick that he does. I've seen him stop a lot of people with that.
And if Diaz's arm's hurting every time that left leg moves, he's going to think it's going for the arm, lay back a little bit, and he's going to be exposed to his legs.
Runaway round though, this for Giorgio, to be honest. But Zeban Diaz, what a tough guy.
Oh,
a great performance.
Since the knockdown, he's pulled it back, hasn't he?
Yeah. And this could, I don't know, go to an extra round. You know, you got to understand though, Giorgio Petrosian is human. He's not superhuman. He's a super talent, but you've got to give it Diaz, you know.
Everyone has an off day, but you know, every dog has his day.
Yeah.
And various other. Well, now I'm very impressed with Zeban Diaz, the Spaniard, representing his country here today, doing a fantastic job of it.
Yeah, here's some of the action. You can just see when Giorgio throws his left hand, he comes square because he's trying to put so much in. That was a great shot there.
Diaz doing well to get up.
Tell you something, even if his hand is bad, he was still throwing his venom, wasn't he? A great performance by Zeban Diaz. Congratulations to him. Man from Spain.
Ladies and gentlemen,
there's always tomorrow.
We have
I'm not writing him off yet because I've not been.
By a 3-2, the winner from the red corner.
Oh, there you go.
Giorgio, the doctor.
You've got to give him, obviously. He won't be happy with that performance. I know how hard he is doing so. But Zeban Diaz, he's a winner in my eyes. Not because he won the fight, but he took some heavy shots and he gave the doctor some real trouble, didn't he?
He coped well. Should be very pleased with his performance. No shame in losing the round.
Not at all.
On his feet, fought to the end.
I know that he's
he went down, but he got back up.
Yeah, I know he's a favourite of Bruno Lorette from Canada, also a southpaw. Giorgio's a hero to many, many people, especially the southpaws of the world. Because notoriously southpaws are better looking and fantastic lovers. Not that I've known. But coming up, Lauren Xavier Jorge versus Daniel Longa. This is for the world title, and it's 95 kilos.
Now we the final fight of tonight. And this will be the It's Showtime World Title 95 kilograms match. And the first fighter making his way to the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Spain. Please welcome Loren Javier Jorge.
Making his way to the ring, the local boy. Spain hasn't done too well tonight. They've had some great fighters, but they've just come out a little bit short. But Loren Javier Jorge, let me tell you, this guy is tough as boots. He had a really, really hard fight against Tyrone Spong, and he's not going to be knocked out. He's got a great chin, and he's got a great entrance. Fighting the King of Africa, Daniel Ilunga. This is going to be a war, Steve.
Well, you just look at the record of Loren, 81 fights. 81 fights. If I'd have 81 fights, I wouldn't be able to cross the road on my own.
Oh.
Walk up the ring. Right, I won't have a fight.
He's not allowed. He's not allowed out. An entertainment guaranteed. And can he back up the dancing? Can he back up the dancers? Let me tell you though, he's a very, very tough guy. If you go the distance with Tyrone Spong, you've got to have something special about you. She's got something special about her. A couple of things. The dancing and the glitter. I have nothing to say except nice things about these beautiful ladies of Spain.
Well, let's just enjoy this entrance. Fabulous. Beautiful costumes.
There's loads and loads of jokes that I have just had a massive surge to say, but unfortunately, I won't, because I'm a gentleman. But I tell you something, this is going to be exciting. Loren Javier Jorge, very, very dangerous. But Daniel Ilunga, the King of Africa, very, very proud indeed. Beating Nenad Pogonis, I was a fighter for sure by him, to be honest. I think was a kid that couldn't miss. Beating my friend Wendell Ferrero Rocher. And he's also beat another friend of mine, Big Mo. You watching Big Mo? See him very soon on It's Showtime. Everybody who's everyone in the world of kickboxing wants to fight on these big shows, and you can see why. He has got it all to do though. Daniel Ilunga, very, very good fighter indeed. Stopping Nenad Pogonis in a very cruel way. I don't think there's any kind way of stopping anyone, but he really was venomous, calculated and dangerous. And here he is, the crowd go wild here for Loren Javier Jorge, 27 years of age.
Showing their man a lot of love here then. The
Certainly
atmosphere is incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, very much a carnival atmosphere.
He's a very dangerous fighter. Great chin on him, really tough, and he's going to take this opportunity with both hands. Spain needs this. Can he join Xavier Hernandez to be a holder of one of the Showtime titles, one of the prestige big titles held in kickboxing, if not the biggest? Well, not to be outdone. The King of Africa will make his way to the ring, trained by Remy Bonyaski at the Bonyaski Academy. Daniel Ilunga, very proud champion though, isn't he?
Yes, you know, we've seen him and spoke to him, and he's very much up for this. You know, he wants to, well, you know, he wants to pummel his man to into submission. Same as every fight.
Very, very proud fighter indeed.
And he's, as his record suggests, he's a puncher. He likes to put them away.
Very nice, thank you to the...
Well, we can say that is a booty-shaking entrance. And now, his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, defending his world title, and also coming straight out from Germany. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the It's Showtime World Title Heavyweight Champion, 95 kilograms max. Please welcome Daniel Ilunga.
said, the King of Africa makes his way to the ring. This guy is a very, very proud champion here. Every single champion is very, very proud here, and it's Showtime. Chris Nagimbi, Xavier Hernandez, heavyweight champion, Hestigegis, 95 kilos champion, Daniel Elonga, 85 kilo champion, Sak Hakpaparian, great champion, 73 kilo max champion, Johan Lidon.
Sounds like he's just snacking on a lion before he comes out with a real fire. Big
Yeah,
guy.
he certainly is.
95 kilos. Very tall guy, very athletic, very rangy.
Very, very dangerous, and the champion. The King of Africa makes his way to the ring.
Smiling, looking at him enjoying himself, enjoying this big occasion.
Yeah. Fights, 37 wins, only 4 losses, 33 big KOs. Very dangerous fighter indeed. Trained 3 times in Germany and 3 times in Holland a week. Very dedicated. Trained by the Flying Dutchman, Remy Van Jessen.
Fighters, please, to the middle of the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, may we please have your attention for the national anthems, starting with the first one for Mr. Jorge. Thank you very much. And now for Mr. Ilunga, the national anthem. Thank you very much. Fighters, please go to your corner. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the It's Showtime World Title Fight, 95 kilograms max. And this fight will be 5 rounds of 3 minutes according to the Showtime rules. And the referee of this match will be Mr. Joop Ubeda. And this fight is sponsored by Facebook.com/It'sShowtimeNL.
Well, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, you can make us friends on Showtime. You make Showtime a friend on Facebook. If you want to do so, always welcoming. Well, this is going to be a spectacular fight, let me tell you. The young man from Spain, Loren Javier Jorge, really does mean business. Iron chin. Tyrone Spahn couldn't stop him. Daniel Ilunga, the new kid on the block, the protege of the Flying Dutchman, Remy Bonjasky. This is going to be very, very exciting. Steve, 5 3-minute rounds. It's Showtime rules. The final fight here in Tenerife, edition 53.
I would say don't blink, because with Mr. Ilunga's record for knockouts, this could end at any time. But as Mr. Showtime Showman says, Jorge, rock solid chin.
Certainly has. This is going to be very, very intriguing indeed. Our referee, Mr. Joop Ubida, and this is 5 3-minute rounds. Good left hook there by Loren already. Round the guard of Ilunga. Good sharp left hook counter there. Lightning quick, aren't they, both?
Trying for the knee up the middle.
And I tell you what, they're not messing about, and this is a 5-round contest as well.
You would think they'd have to pace themselves, but doesn't seem to be the case.
Listen, this is the prestige of the title, my friend. That's how much they want it, and that's how much Daniel wants to keep it.
Yeah. When you're a challenger, you've got...
Nice, sharp kick.
Oh,
right
hand to the chin.
Off the chin of Daniel Ilunga. I tell you something, Loren looks real sharp.
Throwing a big wild right hook then. Not quite hitting the mark.
A good left hook to the side of the head of Ilunga. Takes it well, Steve.
Doesn't seem to be phased by it at all at the moment, does
No.
he? Let's see what happens when fatigue sets in later on.
To be honest, though, Daniel Ilunga did start a little bit slower against Nenad Paganis and then started to take him apart, so maybe he's having a look.
And showing a bit of respect as well.
Nice left hook to the body.
Very nice, very nice. Well timed, well placed.
Good step round there by Ilunga, showing skills. Big shots going in.
Big men, a lot of power behind these shots.
Wild right hand there by Loren. Good knee up the middle by Ilunga.
Trying to counter with the jab with the right hand.
Yeah.
Needs to be a little sharper than that though to catch his man. Again, he's as tight as a clam. Nice jab, nice combination.
Good left hook there to the side of the chin on Ilunga. And now he's starting to use the smarts, isn't he? The straight punches, the knees up the middle, piercing the guard of the man from Spain.
Going for the kidney punch there again, or the liver punch. Now he's swapping downstairs to the right, to the right low kick.
Good jabs there by Ilunga, keeping it long. And left knees and the right knees up the middle are working very well for him. But I tell you, the short left hook of Loren has been very sharp in this first round.
You watch Ilunga's, when he throws the left jab, his right hand does come down to his shoulder a touch.
Works on that in the gym.
Maybe that's what Jorge is looking for.
He did have to slow down, end of the first round, very tight one. He did have to slow down though, didn't it?
Not a lot in that, is there?
No.
Flip of a coin to decide who's had that round.
Here's some of the action. Nice high kick, very quick, wasn't it, for a big man? Bounced off the chin of Ilunga, then he took that real well, because he's a strong guy. 95 kilos, so really don't know how to dig.
Oh, you took something off these. Being so close, you can understand how much power goes behind everything they're throwing.
And these are professionals, they do it full time. I know that Loren's got a gym in Spain, of his own.
Yeah, again,
and Daniel, yeah, sorry. And Daniel, sorry, go on.
You see him on YouTube, you see his training regime. Very, very serious man.
Now there you go. The prestige of 95 kilos. It's showtime. World title on the line. In the black shorts and the red gloves, Daniel Ilunga, and in the blue gloves and the black shorts, Lauren Javier Jorge.
Kicking off with the low kicks, trying to take out the legs of each other. Seems to be swapped upstairs, I think. Again, low kicks.
Ilunga needs a little bit more stamp in his stuff, really, to be honest. Lauren needs to keep that head up.
Certainly with
but
the
dangerous,
range.
Dangerously low. Listen, if you train with Remy Bonyaski, you're going to learn how to knee, because he could do it better than anyone I know. That's setting a gimme here, to be honest.
Again, those knees going in, Vin.
Yeah.
Very natural with him.
Yeah.
Great range as well. He's a tall man. He's very rangy with his knees.
Looks real serious as well, Ilunga.
Going to the body line.
He's lacking snap though, isn't he, Jorge? Isn't he now?
I would agree with you there, Vin. He just has to suck it up and pull it together a bit. The crowd behind him.
Yeah, the crowd already knowing that he needs this, you know. The occasion may get to him, or the knees of Ilunga will.
Very tough opponent to go up against, isn't he?
Yeah, of course. Well, he's a champion, isn't he? He's not a champion for nothing. They don't give these titles away, and it's showtime, let me tell you. Over south of the border there. Very worried face of the Spanish crowd. It's getting subdued, isn't he, already, by Ilunga?
Yeah, they
seem
to be needing to think a bit more. He's got to work his man out best.
He's not lacking the snap. He's lacking the snap of this. He started off with some really sharp left hook counters, but he's not throwing them at all now. Ambitious with that front kick to the face. He's not handling the range of Ilunga, is he?
No, I think that's the thing that's
I don't think he can handle it, to be honest.
You know, you've got to pressure through them. And everything is big coming your way from a man like Ilunga.
Yeah.
You've got to battle through that and pressure the man.
Easier said than done, isn't it?
Very much so, very much so. And standing on the outside, you're just going to take more and more punishment.
He's kind of playing with it now. That was
again. I don't think that was intentional. I really don't think he's that kind of sportsman, Lauren.
That was straight in the Serengeti, wasn't it?
God.
Yeah, that was a low. Oh, that was it was low. Back on it.
Caught the Campbells both humps. The action has slowed a touch.
Yeah, and you know what? It's very, very hot in here as well. And if you've just joined us here on Showtime, where have you been? You've missed some amazing action here from Tenerife. And the final fight of tonight, edition 53 from this beautiful island, is Daniel Ilunga, the world champion, versus Lauren Javier Jorge.
Jorge's trainer's looking a little concerned then.
Yeah, he is, and so's the Spanish crowd, to be fair.
Yeah, you can see on their faces that they're not totally behind their man.
No.
It shows some concern. You know, their hearts are in the mouth. So here's the action.
Sharp shots going in from Jorge in spurts, but Daniel Ilunga seems to be containing him, seems to be keeping him subdued, and there's something that can keep him subdued for at least 15, 20 minutes. No?
I don't. I say nothing. As they say in Spain, I know nothing.
Yeah. Round 3 of this 3-minute round. World title action at 95 kilos in the black shorts and the red gloves. Daniel Ilunga and in the blue gloves and the black shorts, Lauren Javier-Jorge. Now he's going to have to take, his corner's really given him a talking to, hasn't it?
I think they've said, you know, it's hit the highway if you don't put the pressure on.
Maybe that was the game plan, knowing that Daniel starts slow.
Those jabs coming from Ilunga, they're like ramrods. It's like having a telegraph pole stamped into your face. Such a big, rangy man.
Nice skills as well, keeping it long. When he wants to, stepping in and using the knee very well. There's a knee up the middle on the right hand. Left knee straight into the body. Jorge, you'll probably none of that. Ilunga keeping him subdued, isn't he?
Yeah, I think those knee strikes are taking a bit of the wind out of him.
Yeah, I don't think he'd handle the height of Ilunga. And when he does try anything short, Ilunga can counter it straight up. A right hand just misses, shows he's still in it, but...
A left hook connects.
A left hook and a right hand, but Ilunga's got a good chin, let me tell you.
Yeah, it seems to be every time Lauren gets inside where he wants to be, the knees come through.
Crowd will get behind each shot that Lauren throws, but it's few and far between, to be fair.
Well, as you can hear from the reaction, the crowd aren't cheering that often. Again,
stepping in,
closes the distance.
Yeah, it's very, you know, Daniel can fight quicker than this and let some shots up, but he's just pecking away, using his ring smarts, his intelligence. Up and down, a right knee up the middle, very, very hard.
And when the fighters are this big, it's difficult to stand there and take it.
It doesn't matter how big you are, you can't take shots with like these knees
Not
that Lauren's going to take, and he'll get stopped.
I think he's slowing him down. The gum shield's been spat out. Maybe a welcome break there. Referee taking no nonsense.
He never does. Let me tell you, that man never, ever does.
Anywhere.
No. Knees up the middle there from Daniel Ilunga. I think Daniel can stop him here, Steve, to be honest, because these knees are going to start to take effect.
I think he's sown the seeds, hasn't he?
Yeah,
he's just going to keep plowing that field.
He has. Tough man, though. Lauren, you have to be in this game.
Coming back from Lauren now, though.
No, not at all. Picking away now, Daniel Ilunga.
Maybe there's a glimmer of hope that Daniel will tire.
I think if Remy really gives Daniel a telling off, it can stop him here with knees to the head. I'd love to know what's going on. I could hear what Remy's saying. But Lauren did start at the beginning of the round sharper, but he got subdued. I do think it's the height, I do think it's the skill and the level of Daniel Ilunga. It's a little bit too much for Lauren, but still heart of a lion, still taking it in there.
It's so difficult to get on the inside of, and when he does, as I said before, in come the knees, which is so adept at, so adept at, I should say. You know, where do you go with a man like Daniel Ilunga?
Yeah.
You stay on the outside, you get picked apart. You steam in, you meet the knees. But that's taking nothing away from Lauren.
No, nothing at all. Spain hasn't had a winner tonight, but they've faced some really, really good fighters. But the crowd here in Tenerife absolutely loving this, and I'm sure you are at home. It's round 4 of this world title action, 95 kilos. Daniel Ilunga.
Round 4.
Lauren Jorge.
Lauren Jorge looking a little more fleshier than Daniel Ilunga.
He did start. Something's gone on there. I don't know what that was.
I didn't quite catch that myself. I think he's taken a knee to the liver.
No, it's his arm. It's his arm.
No,
it's his arm.
Desperation there with the big punches.
I think he will get stopped here.
Yeah, the knees are connecting to the head now.
I said that, you can tell. He's putting his head down. Daniel Ilunga, cleverly so. Remy Bonyaski would have spotted that. It'll be a knee that'll do it.
And I think that would have boosted the energy of Mr. Ilunga, seeing his man hurt, regardless of what the problem was.
He's putting pressure on Lauren now, isn't he?
Yeah, it does seem like a slippery slope.
Yeah,
now.
it does.
And I think the problem is the range of Daniel Ilunga.
Good left knee from Ilunga. Right hand bounces off the chin of Jorge, showing that famous chin. Puts his hands down in frustration.
Throws the left up and connects, but it doesn't bother Daniel.
No.
Looking to the knee strike again.
Yeah. He's taking a lot of punishment now, isn't he? Fatigue setting in.
Very tough man now.
Yeah.
Not one to quit.
Incredibly tough, yeah.
Oh,
kick there.
Beautiful.
Flamboyant technique, but Ilunga showing disregard for that one.
Scores with the right hand.
He's getting the shellacking now, Steve.
It's not nice to say that a fighter's being pummeled.
Right hand,
beautiful right hand.
Ilunga steadies the legs of the man from Africa. The King of Africa was wobbled there. So he represented Germany. Jorge really did wobble him then. Just when you thought it was safe. Big shot.
Again, and this is what he's looking for.
And I tell you something as well, Stephen, it's been so hot in there and fatigue setting in.
When you're that tired and you take a big shot like that, who knows what's going to happen?
It's me writing off Lauren then. Daniel Ilunga looking a bit ragged as well.
You can do it, I can do it too.
Lauren Javier Jorge has got to go for this now. I don't think he realised he wobbled Ilunga, you know. I don't think he realised.
End of the fourth round.
I tell you something, Remy Bonyasi will tell him to move around and use the ring. That's what he'll tell him to do, because he's clearly winning.
He's got the rounds in the bag.
Also a count as well.
Is he the type of man to coast home?
Yeah, I think he will, to be honest.
It is a type of fight.
Yeah, and he can use his head. I'm sure he's 4 rounds up, he's got a count against him as well. Jorge, there's the ambitious spinning kick. It was the right hand that wobbled Daniel.
Comes back with a beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, there. No, it wasn't the same. That wasn't the one. It was to the top of the head.
And that was a jumping knee in return. You do me, I'll not put it that way, but you give me a favour, I'll do the favour back.
They're going to tell him to go for it now, Lauren. He's going to have to. He's really going to have to go for it now.
He's got to suck it up and pull it together.
Not the best world title I've seen on its Showtime, but nevertheless it's still entertaining. Edition 53 here, the final fight of this show. Our referees tonight have been absolutely fantastic.
Last round, round number 5.
And handsome.
Round 5. Daniel Ilunga, the King of Africa.
Comes out with the right knee and connects to the chin.
Lauren needs to go for this. Go for broke.
Did I say right hand or right knee?
Right knee.
I meant right knee.
And that's what he got right. Looks a bit ragged, doesn't he, Daniel? Tired. He has done the better work, though, hasn't he?
He's done a lot of work.
Well, nevertheless, it's championship rounds. You've got to be fit and strong. If you live it, that's what you've got to do. It's your job.
Yeah, you can't make excuses, really, can
No,
you?
there's no such thing as excuses in a fight
You either
game.
do it or you don't.
Exactly. Combination, a nice left hook to the body.
And a right hook connected from Lauren at the same time.
Lauren needs to go for broke. Get off them ropes. Start firing back.
It's difficult. You go for broke early and run out of steam. And then get pummeled.
It's who wants it most here.
Yeah.
I think Ilunga's clearly winning on points.
I would agree with you there, then. I don't think anybody would disagree with you there. Lauren's looking tired. Takes one to the right side of his
He's a
chin.
tough man, Lauren. Jorge, let me tell you.
Nice
Just
combination.
picking his shots now, Ilunga, cleverly. Not getting too involved. Doesn't need to.
I think after 4 rounds, he's thinking he's not going to take him out with one shot. So let's just pick him apart and hope it comes. If not, he's got this fight in the bag unless something spectacular happens.
Yeah.
From the Lauren side of the fight.
Daniel Ilunga just picking the shots now.
We're into the last minute.
It's the right hook of the dangerous shot of Lauren. He needs to throw that. He is getting outworked and outpointed and outmuscled, really.
I think the perfect time for Jorge to throw that right hand
It's
is
not.
when.
Yeah, I think he's just been contained now, Steve. To be honest, stepping in with them hard knees. There's a left hook round the side of Jorge. Tries that. But Ilunga really taking this now, using the long shots, picking it off well.
This has been a great fight, a great technical fight.
Slip there by Daniel Ilunga, showing fatigue now. These two boys really worked hard.
Can you blame them for showing
Dying
fatigue?
final seconds. Not been the greatest night for Spain, but it's been the greatest show. Tenerife here, and it's showtime.
Again, the knees going in. And that's...
Well, there you go, I think, to be honest, a clear winner. Daniel, the King of Africa. The King of Africa strikes. Commiserations to the very strong Lauren Xavier Jorge. But I tell you something, tonight for me, the man that has shown heart of a lion, Zeban Diaz, against Giorgio Petrosian. What a performance. Coming up short against the very best. Hey, let me tell you, when a 95-kilo winner, I'm sure, retains his title, a very happy Bonyaski Academy. Daniel, the King of Africa. Commiserations to Lauren Xavier Jorge, but I'm sure we'll see him again. Very, very tough indeed.
I think it was just a puzzle Lauren Jorge just couldn't work out tonight.
Well, Street Culture Fight Club Group, Canary Islands, Kickboxing Federation. I thank everybody watching here on It's Showtime, especially them who make the shows possible. And there's the big boss man himself, the brains behind It's Showtime, Mr. Simon Rutz. And we have some great, great crew behind us. Marlene, Bobby, Yoka, Rashid, who worked so hard, Wim Rutz. Wim Rutz also. All the people that work so hard. The nameless people that there is.
Before we make the decision, we have
And the
Mr.
beautiful
Ricardo
Isabel.
Melchor, Presidente del Cabildo de Tenerife, to give them
Yeah, well,
a nice gesture.
congratulations to Daniel Ilunga. Yeah, we couldn't do it without a great crew. And we really do love our
Muchas
job. We love
gracias,
bringing you the
señor
best fights.
Ricardo Melchor,
Here in
Presidente
It's
del Cabildo
Showtime,
de
we'll
Tenerife.
continue to do that for you,
And
the viewers.
now, ladies and gentlemen,
2012.
we have a winner in this world title fight. The judges decided by unanimous decision from the red corner,
Yeah, there you go. That was a surprise,
As expected. I don't think you have to be a fight expert to have worked out.
Not at all. A great performance there by Daniel Ilunga. Unfortunately, not the greatest night for Spain, but a great night for fights, and they've all fought really, really well. And soon we'll see the return of Kieran Kettle, and also the final goodbye to the golden boy, Badra Hari. The final fight between him and Gokhan Saki, 28th of January. And don't forget, you can keep up to date with www.fight.nl. I'm Vinny Showtime Showman. Tonight we've had a very, very good commentator. It's Mr. Stephen Moores. It's only his second show. Doing a sterling job for us. Smuggy, what a show. No, it's just honest. To all our fans, we've had a fantastic year, 2011. And let me tell you, I actually can't There's a massive secret. 2012 in Showtime is going to be huge.